So if we break down, security is a big word. So if we break it down a little bit, the point we are focusing on in our business unit is authentication. So authentication, that's when you deal with keys and certificate and so forth. That is the very base of security, and we need to protect them. There are security practices out there in the industry that are not new. They're used in servers and computers, SIM cards, smart cards. What they do, all those things, have a discrete architecture with a secure container that isolate the keys out of firmware, software, manufacturing, right? Now the trick here is each of the systems become customized. It makes sense in those industries as they're driving high volumes. For the IoT marketplace, which is very fragmented, how do you provide a customized system into a fragmented market is the big challenge that needs to be solved, and we think we are addressing a good chunk of that. So the Trust platform that we've launched very recently, what it is, it's a combination of a few things. It's a family of devices based on the AT6608A. We are making a secure provisioning factory infrastructure available to the entire mass market. The way we do that, we offer a 3-tier service. It's called Trust&GO, TrustFLEX, TrustCUSTOM. What it is, Trust&GO is a pre-provisioned device with default credentials that Microchip provides. TrustFLEX is a pre-configured only device where you can add the credentials of the customers for a list of the most common use cases used in the industry. And TrustCUSTOM is a fully customized device. For each of the 3 tiers, Trust&GO is a minimum orderable quantity of 10 units. TrustFLEX, a minimum orderable quantity of 2,000 units, including provisioning service. TrustCUSTOM is 4,000 units. We break ourselves versus the rest of the providers, which are providing about 150,000 minimum units to provide a provisioning service. So now we're really addressing the mass market that way. The one we're going to focus on is the TrustFLEX. TrustFLEX, basically going to select this platform here. It's going to take you through the entire explanation of what it is, how do you get started, and the actual process of development. I'm going to select the use cases that I want here, clicked on the link there, and here are the famous use cases that are baked into the tool. The one I'm interested in is building a PKI, so we're going to select it. I'm going to scroll down through the entire section that explains the transaction diagram, all the code example, everything else, and I get to that point where it's time to prototype. So when I click on the user guide is going to tell me, okay, you're going to open up a notebook, a Jupyter notebook, and that's one of the new concepts we have. As I launch the application, I'm going to land on that page where it's telling me to do one thing. Remember, what we want to do is generate that certificate chain. So we use that resource generation notebook, launch it. The only thing we have to do is plug the device into this little device with our Wi-Fi and controller and the secure element. Go to kernel, run all. Once I already run it, I'm not going to rerun it, but basically execute the whole thing in a few seconds, and there you go. I have a chain of certificate that is now provisioned within the TrustFLEX ecosystem. So I'm done with that. The certificates are going to be in secure elements, the private keys in the secure elements, and we need to register those credentials to Amazon. For Amazon, we've used a CloudFormation script, which we load into the Amazon environment, calling CloudFormation. I'm launching it. So what I've done here in the back, I've picked the file that I've downloaded from the Microchip site, browsed, uploaded it to the interface, executed it, and in 2 minutes I created the entire Amazon account that spin up the just-in-time registration, bring your own certificate, Lambda function, shadow register, everything is there in 2 minutes. I have my cloud accounts, I have my certificate chain, and now I need to register my certificate chain. I'm going to go and seek my AWS example from the notebook. And same thing, I'm just going to execute the entire notebook here. I'm going to rerun the entire example, and you'll see that in seconds what we're doing, we're going to take the certificate chain that was created, register it into Amazon, the Amazon accounts, and we'll be done. So once I've registered successfully, and this is already done, right? I have to tell Amazon, am I in China or not? So I'm not in China. I'm going to register my signer, and the signer is registered live here. So that step is done. Once I'm done with the Amazon setup, I'm going to execute my GUI, and it's launching a little GUI here on the side. I'm going to pull up. It's blinking an LED basically. We're going to test if everything is connected and actually working. We're going to look at these LEDs. I'm going to turn it on and off from my laptop. It's going to hit AWS IoT, back down to my hotspot to the Wi-Fi here. I'm going to turn it off, and everything is done. Literally took me a few minutes to set up this entire connected stuff. The last step is going into production. Going into production, I'm going back to the notebook that I've selected. And once I select that, at the end of the tool, you're going to find that template file. This is the exact map of the AT6608A that we will want to go into production. We'll go in the respective field where the certificates, the production certificates will want to be. If we click on custom certificate, which will be the customer certificate in that case, we just fill the field here. Once we're done filling all the fields here, we'll click generate that file. We'll encrypt it. It's going to be pushed to the Microchip ticket support system. We provision the system, and I'm done. Literally in minutes, that's all it takes. Fill those fields to document what's inside the certificate, and we're done. We're ready to go in production. So again, in space of minutes, I changed 4 months of development in 2 minutes. And that's what we're launching.